sorry, I mean it.
I appreciate that, but I have to go see.
Come on, you don't have to study, let's just talk.
I can't.
Why?
Because it is exhausting. Dating you is like dating a stairmaster.
All I meant to...
That's that point I'm talking about. That point where you don't give a blood clot.
Going now.
In your power zone, your elements could be in conditions where you have to rebel to get to that point. I mean, at a point where you're like fed up of the frustrations and the disappointment, and you're like, man, to heck with what people think, I have to go get this, and you go get that. That's that point I'm talking about. That point where you don't give a blood clot. You don't give a heck. You don't give an F. But in the fear, you trying to use courage and faith to overcome the hurdles and those obstacles, you find out that have weaknesses, which is not enough leverage for wrong actions or ill doings. But I'm talking about when it propels you to do something good. For example, Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook, when you're seeing that social network, which he has some reservations as to the movies, but you found out that one of the things that propelled him to go start Facebook,
I mean it.
I appreciate that, but I have to go see.
Come on, you don't have to study, let's just talk.
I can't.
Why?
Because it is exhausting. Dating you is like dating a stairmaster.
All I meant to... I'm under some pressure right now from my OS class, and if we could just order some food, I think we should...
Okay, you are probably going to be a very successful computer person. But you're going to go through life thinking that girls don't like you because you're a nerd. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that that won't be true. It'll be because you're an asshole.
The conversation wasn't so smooth because it wasn't operating in another frequency. Conventionally, for young people, you're seen as the oddball. But funny enough, you find out that those oddballs are running the country, are running the world now. The Elon Musk, the Bill Gates, the nerds. The nerds are taking over. The nerds are taking over right now. And at that point, that is your element. You see, at that point, Zuckerberg was his element because he was pissed off that she would say some certain things that would hurt him. He was seeing life in a different perspective, which at that point she wasn't used to that. And that is where a lot of you, especially you, are currently, where you're misunderstood because you're on the path to a place where you think you're going to create a life for yourself and your loved ones. Yeah. So in your element, that is where you can create that point. So you have to come into your element. That element, that's point where you're like in the matrix. Take the red pill, face reality, and then you start operating in a frequency because you have you've deprogrammed the limiting beliefs.
God damn it, woman, you will be the end of me. Mark my words, boy, and mark them well. I have survived your predecessors, and I will survive you.
You've cut off the negative associations and you're at a point where this is never going back. That is the entrepreneur. That is the journey. Not a destination, it's a journey, right? Yes. So in your elements, you do the undo, you do perform miracles. Like Jesus Christ, he was in his element. As Newton was in his element, Elon Musk was in his element. You are in your element, right? You are in your element, most definitely. You see the signs, obviously. You see the signs. You see the sign that you're in your element, right? So keep pushing, keep being your element, and it's amazing.